Hello and welcome to a new series of AZ-900 preparation. So if you have not watched our previous video, you can refer our playlist. Question number 1. You have an on-premises network that contains 100 servers. You need to recommend a solution that provides additional resources to your users. The solution must minimize capital and operational expenditure cost. What should you include in the recommendation? The options are A. Hybrid cloud, B. Private cloud, C. Complete migration to the public cloud, and D. Additional data center. So the correct answer is A, that is hybrid cloud. So basically in this scenario, the existing 100 resources can still be hosted in private cloud and new resources can be hosted on the public cloud to reduce capital expenditure on new resources. So using a mix of private and public cloud is known as hybrid cloud model. Now look why other options are not correct as complete migrations to the public cloud. So this is not an optimum solution as the migration of existing 100 resources will require additional cost. Next option, additional data center. So additional data center will require huge capital expenditure. And the last one, private cloud. So private cloud to host new resources will require huge capital expenditure. Question number 2. This question requires you to evaluate the text inside to determine if it is correct. One of the benefits of Azure SQL Data Warehouse is that versioning is built into the platform. Select no change needed if the above statement is correct, otherwise select the correct answer. And the options are A. No change needed, B. Data compression, C. High availability, and D. Auto scaling. So the correct answer is D. Auto scaling. So one of the best features of a cloud offering like Azure SQL Data Warehouse is its elasticity and automatic scaling of computing power. For instance, you could scale up on a schedule to support on demanding data load, then scale back down to the normal level when the load is complete. As a result, you can scale compute to meet the performance demands independent of data storage. Question number 3. This question requires you to evaluate the text inside to determine if it is correct. So rehost or lift and shift migration strategy moves the on-premises solution to Azure without modification. Select no change needed if the above statement is correct, otherwise select the correct answer. And the options are A. Rebuild, B. Re-architect, C. No change needed, D. Refactor or repackage. So the correct option is C. So moving application from the on-premise environment to the cloud with no changes to the underlying and application, that is as is state, is referred to lift and shift. Azure cloud enables you to migrate your application in the as is state with minimal impact and less. Other options are not correct. Refactor or repackage. So refactor or repackage will require you to update the application, which is not required in this scenario. Then the next option, re-architect. So re-architect will require you to redesign and create the application, which is not required in this scenario. The last option, that is rebuild. Rebuild will require you to recreate the application, which is not required in this scenario. Question number 4. Azure services can go through several phases in a service life cycle. What are the three phases called? Select the correct option. The options are A. Preview phase, general availability phase, and unpublished. B. Private preview, public preview, and general availability. C. Announced, coming soon, and live. D. Development phase, QA phase, and live phase. So the correct option is B. So Microsoft offers preview of Azure services, features and functionality for evaluation purposes. With Azure previews, you can test pre-release features, products, services, software and even reasons. Previews allow users early access to functionality. Additionally, users providing feedback on the preview features help Microsoft improve the Azure service. Private preview. So, an Azure feature is available to certain Azure customers for evaluation purposes. You must apply to use them. Next one is public preview. So, an Azure feature is available to all Azure customers for evaluation purposes. Anyone can use features available in public preview. The last one, general availability. Once a feature is evaluated and tested successfully, it may releases to customers as part of Azure. In other words, the feature may be made available for all Azure customers. A feature released to all Azure customers typically goes to general availability or GA. Question number 5. Which one of the following systems are used to determine Azure cost for each billing period? Select the correct option. The options are A. The Azure pricing calculator, B. The Azure website, C. Users meters, and D. Number of created virtual machines. So the correct answer is C. So Azure is built according to your consumption based on monthly users meters. Meters are used to track a resource's uses throughout its lifetime. These meters are then used to calculate the bill. Question number 6. What is the new data privacy and information protection regulation that took effect across Europe in May 2018? Select the correct option. The options are A. PCI DSS, B. ISO, C. GDPR, and D. FedRAMP. So the correct answer is GDPR. So the General Data Protection Regulation introduces new rules for organizations that offer goods and services to people in the European Union or that collect and analyze data for EU residents, no matter where you or your enterprise are located. Other options are not correct. That is ISO. So, the International Organization for Standardization is an independent, non governmental organization and the world's largest developer for voluntary international standards. ISO facilitates world trade by providing common standards among nations. Next option, PCI DSS, the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standards, is a global information security standard designed to prevent fraud through increased control of credit card data. Organizations of all sizes must follow PCI DSS standards if they accept payment cards from the five major credit card brands, that is Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover and the Japan Credit Bureau. The last option, that is FedRAMP, the US Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program, was established to provide a standardized approach for accessing, monitoring and authorizing cloud computing products and services under the Federal Information Security Management Act and to accelerate the adoption of secure cloud solutions by federal agencies. Question number 7. You need to predict future behavior based on previous action. Which product option should you eliminate as a candidate? The options are A. Azure Cognitive Services, B. Azure Machine Learning, C. Azure Bot Service. So the correct answer is C. So Azure Bot Service is the least likely candidate for predicting future behavior based on previous action. While it's a powerful tool for building conversational AI applications, it's primarily designed for natural language understanding and generation rather than predictive analytics. Now, Azure Cognitive Services and Azure Machine Learnings are more suitable options for predictive modeling. Azure Cognitive Services offers various AI services including anomaly detection, forecasting, and recommendation system which can be used to analyze historical data and predict future trends. Azure Machine Learning is a comprehensive platform for building, training, and deploying machine learning models. It provides tools and algorithms to create predictive models based on historical data. Now, if you want to practice similar types of quiz and want the questions as the PDF format, you can refer our official website's Tech Cloud Solution. I will give you the link in the comment section. Question number 8. How can the IT department ensures that employees at the company's retail stores can access company application only from approved tablet devices? Select the correct options. The options are A. SSO, that is single sign on, B. Multi factor authentication, C. Azure policy, and D. Conditional access. So the correct answer is D. So conditional access enables you to require users to access your application only from approved or managed devices. Now other option, that is SSO. Although SSO enables a users to remember only one ID and one password to access multiple applications, it doesn't verify the device that's trying to access each application. Next option, that is multi-factor authentication. So multi-factor authentication provides additional security for your identities, but it doesn't verify the device that's trying to access the resource or application. The last option, that is Azure policy. So Azure policy applies rules on the Azure resources and not on users. Question number 9. Which of the following statements regarding Azure government service is correct? Select the correct option. A. Separate data centers are used. B. Standard Azure data centers are used. C. Only network connectivity through express route is allowed. And D. There are more reserved subnet IP addresses than with the standard Azure subnets. So the correct answer is A. So Microsoft Azure Government provides world-class security, protection and compliance services for US government agencies or their partners. Azure Government delivers a dedicated cloud, enabling government agencies and their partners to transfer mission critical workloads to the cloud. Question number 10. Your company has an Azure environment that contains resources in several regions. A company policy states that administrators must only be allowed to create additional Azure resources in a region or country where their office is located. Select the correct options to meet this requirement. A. Azure lock on resource group, B. Reservation, C. Management group, and D. Azure policy. So the correct answer is D. So Azure policy helps to enforce organizational standards and to access compliance at scale. You can create an Azure policy to validate if the resource is created only in the desired region and apply this policy to subscription. Every time you will create a resource under subscription, this policy will be evaluated and only allow you to proceed if you created the resources in the correct region. Now look why other options are not correct. So Azure lock. So Azure lock allows us to lock Azure resources like subscription, resource group, or other resources to prevent other users in your organization from accidentally deleting or modifying critical resources. Management group. So management groups are containers that help you manage access, policy, and compliance for multiple subscription. And last option, that is reservation. So reservation helps you save money by committing to 1 year or 3 year plans for multiple products. Committing allows you to get a discount on the resource you use. So here we comes to an end of the first part of this series, and I will see you in the next part of the video. Thank you and happy learning.